taken the sex out of my books, so let's talk about it. I've been a writer for about 20 years, since I was 11. I have written spice/sex for about 3 of those years. So Dangerous Sorceress, Dangerous Empress, Bastard's Honor, Tears of the Wolf, and Oath of the Wolf are the affected titles. I have rewritten all 5 to be Fade to Black. It was actually a really fun exercise in finding ways to convey the same emotions and character developments without showing the sex. All ebooks already reflect this change on our store. New and ebook print copies purchased on bookshop.org, the Jeffrey Bezos store, etc. are also updated. I'm still working on updating the audiobooks. This represents a change to less than 5% of each book, still the same edition by legacy publisher standards. If you want to grab some of the OG editions, those are still in stock on our store right now. OG editions are currently marked OG edition in store. Updated editions are marked updated edition in store. If you don't see a label, that means the book is unaffected. If you are one of the people who purchased a spicy version of the ebooks, your ebook remains unaffected. We figured out how to leave already purchased copies unchanged, so we will be doing the same thing with audiobooks whenever we update those. If you purchased a spicy version and you would like a Fade to Black version, contact support@elizabethwheatley.com. If you're buying ebooks or audiobooks through the Jeffrey Bezos store or another retailer, I don't know if there will be an update or not. You'll have to take it up with them. We do have the OG editions as paperbacks in store still. The OG edition of the paperbacks are currently $9.99 to make sure as many people as want them will be able to get them, but they leave for good on September 1st. So why am I doing this? Well, I've been wanting to do this for a while, especially in the months leading up to the birth of my daughter. The breaking point was right before my daughter was born, and I was in this bookstore, and there was this display of penis bookmarks. They had all kinds of penises. They had rainbow penises, they had tentacle penises, they had hockey stick penises, maybe a hockey stick shifter romance or something. Anyway, this big display of dicks, or cock marks, as their labeling proclaimed them. I'd show you a picture, but I think it would get this video banned. Anyway, as I was staring at the wall of dicks, I just had this realization that I didn't belong there. I don't like the larger trend toward blatant objectification that I see in the spicy romance reader community. Not all of us, of course, but I just see it so overtly and openly more and more, and I don't love it. I get that men have done it to women for centuries, but like, it's awful. We don't get this license to objectify people back. I still don't think there's necessarily anything wrong with the things that my characters do in the books, but at this point in my career, I am very aware that I cannot control how people interact with my work. That is true for the sum total of the works, of course. But the sexual content specifically is by far the most easily interpreted or interacted with in a way that I personally would not support. When I sent the email announcing this change, several people assumed that this is because I recently converted to Catholicism and I was succumbing to high control religion. First of all, I was raised in a cult, okay? It was a Y2K prepper group that turned into a religious community. I know high control religion. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt. And I don't know what y'all's personal experience has been with Catholicism. A lot of people have had very negative or even traumatic experiences of Catholicism, including that of it being very controlling. But that is not the case for me. Nobody has told me to do this. Our IRL community knows what I do for a living, and they've been pretty chill about it. A lot of people in my parish watch Book Goblin, apparently. If anything, the only contribution Catholicism has had in this decision is that I have been praying more than ever. And while I am praying, I keep coming back to this thing. I said in my email that the vibes feel off, and it's true. For whatever reason, I just don't feel peace that I have put these sex scenes out into the world. Right after my daughter was born, I made the decision to become a Fade to Black author, but I let myself get talked out of it. People in my life were saying that I was newly postpartum and I was really emotional and I shouldn't make any decisions then. But I kept praying and I kept coming back to this issue and back to it and back to it and back to it. And once I made this decision, I had a huge sense of relief. I'm pretty confident it's the right one. I'm more sure now than when I sent out the announcement email. A lot of you have reached out sharing your support for this decision, and I do appreciate it. I hope you'll stick around for the next chapter.